and welcome to week 8 of my tarot readings with me, Angela Carter. Week 8, yeah, it means we're 2 months in now. And let me shut that window, it might be too loud. Hold on. As I was saying, we are in week 8. I forgot to do my traditional fingers. That's what the actress said to the bishop. I mean, I'm an actress, anyway. But traditional fingers, 8. However you do 8 for you, whatever. We're in week 8 now, 2 months in. There's a lot of energies to get through right now, a lot of stuff to be reading, so I better get on with it. Quick. Now, we kick off this first week in August. Happy August. Can you believe it's August already? Haha. With a full moon in Aquarius on Monday the 3rd of August 2020. We're in... Excuse me, must be Spielberg. Now, this is the first full moon after we had June and July in Cancer season with the 3 eclipses and the honing in everything. And now we're bursting into August, into Leo season. I just want to read some stuff about this Aquarius full moon. Why have I got an itchy nose? It means I'm on something. The upcoming full moon in Aquarius is apparently called the Sturgeon moon on Monday the 3rd. And it packs unexpected intensity. It has a rebellious energy. I'm just reading this from an article I was reading online about it, thinking, I'll do some research on it. It has a rebellious energy that may bring out sudden and unusual events, as if we haven't gone through enough unusual events, that challenge each of us to take action. The lunar event, nicknamed the Sturgeon moon, as I was saying, beams brightly in the air sign of Aquarius, representing collective society, unique individuality and social responsibility, while the sun is in the opposing sign of Leo, and that represents the heart, creativity and self-expression over the loudness of motorbikes going past your door. The cosmic event forms a challenging T-square event with the Sun and Uranus in Taurus. Now, a T-square is where basically there's like 2 planets opposite each other at 180 degrees, and then you get another planet or another entity at 90 degrees to the both of them, so it creates like a T shape. Look up the more intricate ideas on that online. As the planetary ruler of Aquarius, Uranus, I'm still going to say Uranus, that's how I learned it growing up, is a cosmic trigger for change. And yeah, I mean, by God, do we need change? Because I could definitely do with a change right now. I'm feeling that kind of energy. Come on, let's get something done. Let's have something different. And liberation is a trigger for change and liberation. So during this full moon moment, we will collectively release what is restricting our freedom and what is no longer in alignment. So the catch and release feeling. In the midst of all this chaotic energy, as if we haven't had enough already, there's opportunity for healing, given that the full moon makes a harmonious sextile connection with asteroid Chiron in Aries, and Chiron is the wounded warrior healer, and he represents the journey of self-healing. Therefore, we need to take action to shift and transform our lives for the better. Amen, sister. Without further ado, if you want a personal tarot reading, just message me on my social media pages, and I'm just going to jump straight to the table like a fish. Come with me. Woo! So I think that this reading for this week, the first official week in August, I think it's bigger than just a weekly reading. I think it kind of bleeds into the rest of August and then comes around like this and goes off to the rest of the year. Kind of goes like that. Or it could be a weekly, but I think so many cards came out, I think this is stronger than just a week. And we noted first is that the Justice card came out again. Now this is the 3rd week that we've had the Justice card. 3 weeks ago I think it came out in reverse, and the last 2 weeks it's come out upright, because I feel like we haven't had our Justice yet. I think Justice is still at play, and I think throughout this week and into August, I believe, as I've said at the beginning, I think people will start rebelling and start thinking, what the hell is going on? We have no balance here. We're blind into the future. We can't see what's going on. When's it going to change? And I definitely feel that. I definitely feel like it will bleed into the rest of the year, when finally we'll realise what the truth is and what's going on. We'll realise our own truth, if nothing else. Because right now I think that we are feeling the 3 of Swords here. I mean, look, that person, male or female, is exhausted. Pinned in by 2 swords. There's a lot of swords energy on the table, actually. A little sword to defend yourself against two big swords. And swords is air energy, it's about mental thinking and communication. So this could all be up in our heads, but I think it's being caused by external things causing us all this anxiety and suffering and tiredness and just exhaustedness. The Knight of Swords, the sort of direct knight, he comes charging in. If you look in the original tarot decks, he's usually charging in on his horse and the fastest moving of the knights. Fast moving air, communication, energy, talking about our feelings, maybe talking about not being so up in our heads, talking about our emotions, talking it out, speaking our minds, just trying to get some form of normality back in terms of how our thinking is, because we're all being clouded at the moment and I think we don't know which way to go. And I think we're all being told different things and it's very confusing. And the confusing energy comes up with the Five of Swords, which is like petty arguments and just deceit, hidden things. There's always like, this guy's got his two giant swords and there's people that are dead or exhausted on the battlefield. A battle's been won or lost by whoever. He's like won the battle, but they've lost the battle. There's no winners. It's winners and losers. There's no actual overall winner. So getting clarity of mind doesn't necessarily mean everyone else has clarity of mind yet. And people around you may not be feeling the same as you, or you may not be feeling the same as them. There might be some people in your life, either your family or friends or whatever, at your jobs, that are better at handling this situation that we're going through in the world right now than you. They're better at it, or maybe you're the one who's better at it than them. But I don't think in the world right now there's no winners and losers, because we're all just stuck. Because the Five of Swords is about conflict and disagreements, competition, defeat, or winning at all costs. So whether you're the person winning at all costs, but there's always going to be losers. Because then the conflict, you've got the two five battlings. Because fives are about sort of unrest and change. But the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands, not very sort of appealing cards, because this is all about battles and pettiness, petty energy, petty battles. And the fives are actually next to each other here. So there is a lot of that going on right now. And it will still continue going on. Up in our heads, thinking about things. But as we come through with the Six of Swords, it's probably one of the most positive swords cards. The Six of Swords is about moving away from the choppy waters. And we're moving to calmer waters. But the key is here, we always take our swords with us. And whether you take clarity of mind with you, or whether you take your burdens with you, or whether you take your burdens but you're aware they are burdens but you take them anyway because you're forceful and you're like, I'm going to deal with these, but I'll deal with them when I have to. But I'm going to move to calmer waters and see what swords drop off. See what clarity I get and what I don't need just drops away. Because these two cards, I think it's significant that these cards came up. This looks like sailing in. Yeah, because a lot of the sixes on the table, fives and sixes, progress. Because there's a Six of Cups here. I call it the soulmate card. This mostly, it's like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water signs, but I think it's mainly Cancer. It's about nostalgia, thinking about the past, thinking about your childhood, better times, before even lockdown, not that long ago. Better times for us all, and now we're all struggling. But I think the fact that these two cards came up next to each other, 6-6, 6-6, the devil, but 6-6 in the old tarot means lovers. So lovers, change. Sailing towards something from your past, like a past life soulmate coming into your life. Maybe later on in the year or later on in the month. Just later, but sailing towards happier memories. Sailing towards building a future, maybe having kids. Getting to that emotional state. Sailing to a more relaxed emotional state, maybe. Because you've dropped a lot of swords and then maybe they've turned into 6 cups instead. 6 cups full of emotion, and whether it's emotion that is overloaded or not, water is about emotion anyway. So it's about whether you get your emotional clarity and whether you get peace and tranquility, because this is quite peaceful here. Maybe take some time out going to nature as well, because these 2 cups in the front and there's cups in the past are memories of what we've lost or what we've gained or whatever. But it's about movement. Movement into your future, but thinking about your past maybe. Or moving to past life soulmate. Possibilities here, different possibilities link with the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands, as you can see, almost like 2 different pathways. I like this card because purple and green. Purple's my favourite colour, and purple and green is my favourite colour combination. So when I see this, it kind of resonates with me in terms of like, kind of links to me about soulmates as well, linking with this card. For me anyway, because it's sort of significant with two things, two people, two souls, two different decisions, two different options here, and it's which path you take. And it kind of makes me think of Pocahontas, who is the Disney princess I am most like, on her boat just around the river bend. Which path is she going to take? Which river, which flow of water is she going to take? It's about what we decide, what we choose. But there is something on the horizon. The gates have opened up, there's something coming. What that is uncertain, but it's just how we've actually grown as people over this time that will define that. Because then judgment is here as well. Like the end of a cycle. Rising up from all the chaos. Because this card is number 20, and we are in 2020. This is an angel calling up the souls on the day of reckoning. It's a full cycle. Judgment card links with like the death card on the world, the ending of a cycle. So I'm thinking at the end of this year, a lot may have changed for us, and a lot of us might be in dire straits, you don't know, or we might actually have had some positivity at the end of all this. Two different options, we're not entirely certain yet. Also justice and judgment together. Two similar cards, justice and judgment. Judgment coming, justice coming. They came out in the same reading, and I've waited for that to happen for a while. I feel like that's been on the cards, literally on the cards for a while. If you want to check out your individual videos of air, earth, water and fire, just some little noted cards that I've noticed have come up for the August readings for some of the signs. Leo, you got judgment. Gemini, you got justice in reverse. And the Two of Wands. Aquarius, you also got judgment for August. Taurus, you got the Five of Wands. Virgo, you got the Five of Swords and justice in reverse. Capricorn, you got the Knight of Swords. Cancer, you got the Six of Swords. Scorpio, you got the Five of Wands. And Pisces, you got the Six of Cups. So a few signs have got cards on this table for this week's spread, for the spread of August, if you want to go and look at your individual sign readings. But I think this is a bigger reading than just weekly, I think. I'm going to leave it there. So have a safe and happy week, and I will see you for my next lot of readings, whatever they'll be, weekly or monthly. So take care for now, guys. Bye.